Let me see if you can go up there and see if you can see the zit through that camera.
No, I'm not. I can't. First of all, I got to jump to the other side of the couch. I box myself in. We're in real, yeah. This is episode 2.
Yeah.
Which is it's our third recording of episode 2 because we tried.
Second.
Well, we gave it, I think, 2 tries.
Yeah, this is the second. The last
no.
time,
I think the night we were hammered, we gave it 2 tries.
No, we filmed both hours.
No, we filmed 3 hours.
We didn't film the third hour. The third hour was us conversing, and you told me we're filming, and you're keeping it. And I said, no, we're not.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's good.
Okay, well, there's a third hour out there.
Yeah,
and believe me, we need content, so it's going to find its way, come hell or high water, it's going to find its way to the people.
I bet. It's going to be our first fight on air.
First fight on air?
Yeah.
No, it'll be off air.
Yeah,
it'll be off air.
It's fine. Stop staring
It'll
at
just,
it.
what do you mean?
I know what you're doing.
I'm looking right at your eyes.
Looking right at my fucking zit.
No, I'm not. Tommy's had a zit that will not go away. Tommy's had a zit for 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 3 easy.
I feel like it was pre-Skankfest.
No, Skankfest.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's all the chemicals.
Dude,
trying to come out of my pores.
Every time you've said I got a goddamn zit, it's been in the same spot.
I've probably been talking about the same one.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a month. Yeah. It's been a fucking month.
Let me explain this to you. I'm not a back. Hold on. I'm not a back sleeper because I'm not a psychopath. If you sleep on your back quietly and calmly for hours, you're a fucking maniac.
Well, then I'm a maniac, dude.
No shit. What do you think? The setup is by accident? I knew this was going to hit you hard, you fuck.
Dude, I'll sleep literally.
Oh, yeah, like a vampire.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, vampires are crazy.
You know what it comes from is
peacefulness. I don't trust.
No. It's not peacefulness. It's fear. It's from sleeping. It's like because over the course of my drinking career, I've gotten hammered in a lot of places.
Oh my God.
I've gotten hammered in a lot of places.
That usually comes out of my mouth.
Dude,
my drinking career.
Yeah, I literally have gotten hammered so many times and slept so many places I shouldn't be. Like a kid throws a party at his house and I don't even know the kid, right. And it's a 2 towns over, and I find a secret room and I sleep in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the least offensive way to sleep.
Yeah.
Like if you walk into a room and someone who isn't supposed to be sleeping at your house is sleeping just like on their back, kind of like it's like clean.
Cops.
Right. But if I had one leg out and was like totally just slovenly on the bed or the couch.
Well, now you're being disrespectful to me. I'm still tight and tidy. I just go to the side. And listen, here's what the zit's about. It's in a specific location. So I have sleep lines. That's what happens when you sleep on your sides. So like when I watch
sleep lines.
Yeah. When I watch television, when I watch The Sopranos, you see these fat degos, and they'll have a line going from here to here, maybe on one side. You know that guy sleeps on his left, right? So it's on this. If this line is on this side, I get one line this way. But I have double lines because I flop all night long.
This is the second crazy face line theory that you've dropped.
It's not a theory, it's true.
I know, it's pretty accurate.
It's from smushing your face against a pillow.
Women with smoking. Yeah. Smoking.
Yeah, you see a woman that has little creases in her lips, it's from smoking cigarettes for 40 fucking years.
Man, they must be so tight on a cigarette to get that.
You got to pull hard.
Yeah.
They're very expensive. You got to get what you can.
I just thought it's like, hey, that's just how some people's some people get old that
wrinkle.
Way.
Yeah.
I've never looked at someone's face and been like,
well, this is why I want to tell you this, because it's going to change the way you view
This is like a Sherlock Holmes thing. You know, when they do like a graphic thing and they're like, sleep lines on his left. He sleeps on his left.
Yes. It's one of the things I've learned that I want to implant into other people's minds, because it took up so much of my mind when I now view a stranger or someone on television. I'm like, oh, he sleeps that way, and he'll have a crease this way. And you're like, God, it's weird. And then I visualize that person sleeping in their own bed when I'm watching a show like Peaky Blinders. That guy sleeps on his left before every show. It's such a strange thing, but it's true. Anyway, this zit is like a perfect volcanic situation where I'm smushing the island just underneath of it, so the pressure is constantly there. When you have a zit, normally sleep time is like, lay off it, don't touch it.
Yeah,
I'm constantly touching it with just my face being on a pillow.
So
what I'm saying is,
this will be here forever. There's dust mites on your forehead studying. This is like the geological nature of this area of the forehead is crazy.
Yeah.
I wish you were like if you were like a Stanley Kubrick level like psycho genius director.
Yeah.
And just giving makeup.
You just take director out of that. I think I hit all it.
Just making people's like makeup artists' lives like miserable. It's like, no, this character sleeps on his left.
Yeah, we have to have a
crease.
Need
to make a crease.
Yeah.
Detail matters.
Listen, I understand how crazy it sounds, but it's legit. This is
the linchpin to the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a look back, it's like a hidden morsel. It was his sleep lines the whole time.
No one's gonna believe it.
No one's gonna believe this. Yeah, like a fucking no, but it's annoying. It's annoying.
What are you gonna do?
Because I pride myself.
Is there a thing you can do on that? Can you put like new skin over that or something?
New skin?
Yeah.
Like a piece of flesh? It's still gonna be a fucking bump.
No, new skin. No, new skin is a.
I'll just cut
new skin is a product. New skin's a product. It's like a thing that you. I think sometimes you put them over like a wound.
No, usually I just.
So it's like made by like 3M. It can like breathe, but it's still.
I have a makeup stick I stole from my mother like 20 years ago. It's still going.
Makeup's not gonna do it here.
It covers it. It's. I can't tell.
It can cover.
I can't.
No, it's far away. Yeah, well, you're looking at a. Yeah. You're looking at a 2-inch wide monitor from 10 feet.
Yeah. Well, you'll zoom in. You'll do something, Dick. This is a 4K camera. You'll figure a way out.
No, yeah. We'll get some B-roll after the cast. We'll get some close-ups.
Okay. Well, this is the.
See, I think the problem is when you turn, if you face straight, they're gonna see the landscape.
What do you mean? This is straight.
No. If you like look that way, see now they're.
They might see the outline.
Yeah.
The bulbous
profile. Yeah.
It's like a nipple on your forehead. I have a third nipple.
It really is.
Yeah. Milk me. Because it can't get milked, dude. I fucked with. Here's what you don't do, and I fuck with everything.
It's too deep to fuck.
Yeah, yes. And then I put a scar level on it where like it's got a callus, so you can't break the bulb, and every time you just have to wait for like 4 or 5 hot showers.
See, I never pop a zit.
Again, psychopathic behavior.
My dad told me from a young age. He goes, don't pop it.
That's great. What,
you're gonna get a scar.
You have nice, you have a nice face. You got a nice young face.
Yeah, but
you
I don't have
wrinkles.
Zits. What?
You don't have wrinkles. You don't have wrinkle lines.
I'm getting crow's feet.
You only have it right here.
Well, that's because I sleep on my back. I don't get any face sleep lines.
You also don't have an emotion. You're very dead inside.
It's true. It's true. When I make faces, people are like, "Stop doing that."
Yeah. You do have a crazy fucking face. No, you scare people. I think when you get serious,
it's upsetting.
Yeah. Well, you get very. All right, I'll say this.
Yeah.
When we put up the art here, your dad comes out of you so hard that it makes me feel like you are my dad. You know what I mean? Like you go dad level, 0 to 1,000.
Yeah.
And you don't have to say much because your face says it all, and your eyes are so disappointed in me. They were so disappointed in me that I was like, I'm sorry.
Dude, you know how many times I got that over the course of a life, that look?
Yeah. I do, because I have one too.
Brutal. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I wish I had 2 moms.
Yours, yeah.
I wouldn't have smile lines. I'd sleep on my back. I'd be very happy.
Yours, because you'd be like eating potato chips.
Yeah, just crunching. Like,
you have to eat that now?
Huh? He would literally turn the TV down and just stare at me. Are you done? Are you done? I'm like, Dad, we're having popcorn. Everyone's having popcorn, watching a movie. I was like 7. He would go like this, pause it and go, are you done? And I'm like, dude, so many people thought this was so crazy and I didn't think it was. I would suck on hard pretzels.
Yeah.
Until they softened like bread. And then that's how I would consume the actual pretzel, because I was afraid that if I bit the pretzel like a normal human being or eat cereal, I would just have to slurp it and then just like let it settle. Warm it up.
That's how I took communion.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would stick communion to the top of my mouth and just let it
disintegrate. Yeah, Jesus goes straight to your brain up there, dude. Yeah, it's closer to your brain. Yeah. You feel closer to God.
I never once
hunk it right up there in the roof.
I never once ate communion. I never once chewed on it. It was just right to the top.
Yeah, my brother used to call them Cheez-Its because he said, like Cheez-It. It's like a snack at church. He'd be like, I'm not going up there for a Cheez-It. My dad would get so upset. He's like, you guys stop saying that. Your mother gets really
upset. I liked communion because you knew you were in the 4th quarter. Like you knew you were.
Yes.
Like
we're almost out.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. 2 more kneels, 1 more dog shit music. You're gonna hear like On Eagles Wings, and you're home watching the Birds game.
Dude, if I ever went to mass and they didn't play Hosanna in the Highest, I would spaz. It's the only good song, at least at our church.
I think On Eagles Wings is a banger.
How does On Eagles Wings go? I don't think we ever had.
He will raise you up on eagle's wings. You don't know the song?
No.
Bear you on the breath of God, make you to shine like the sun.
No.
Maybe if I get to the second verse, it'll go away.
We are Hosanna.
I know this one. That's a hard one.
Dude. You
know what that is? That's a show-off song for the fat moms. The moms that can hit that high note. Yeah.
I just felt like the only song that had some real like composition to it.
Hungover pops love On Eagles Wings. They could stay on their level, still crush. You know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones in there. There were some real just bad ones.
I could possibly, if we were to on another show bring up like the 5 most popular Catholic Christian church songs, I would be dynamite on like a Jeopardy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty fucking good. Well, we went in grade school. You go every single day.
Yeah.
And then you go on Sundays, and it'd be the same shit every single day.
Oh, see, we only did Sundays. We only did Sundays. Because that was public school. You went to Catholic school, so you really. How long was the mass? An hour?
Same. Yeah.
No
45
way.
Minutes. 45 minutes to an hour for kids.
That's insane.
It's insane. I should have been learning CPR, how to cut an onion, things that you can use in your life.
Dude, we had Irish cousins come over. We took them to mass on Sunday, and they were like, "What the fuck? What is happening?"
Yeah, because they're so long.
They do half hour.
Yeah.
For them, it's like it's a bread.
The clothes start like wearing off them. They have to get back to their homes where there's a fire pit. They have to survive, dude. They don't have 45 minutes.
It's probably also the churches are so small. They gotta do a lot. They gotta do high volume.
Mm-hmm. Pump them out.
Yeah.
Man, the Irish are wild. That's one thing I actually miss about Delco when I go back home. It's like you forget how like simple yet so complex that environment is of like hardcore Irish and hardcore Italian.
Yeah.
Hardcore Polish. They all have the same, I guess, like religious ideals.
Yeah.
But culturally and community-wise, they're so uniquely different. You know, when they're in their own homes, they have their own. I'm saying everything that's obvious about different.
No,
cultures,
I don't know.
I
don't know because my parents are from New York, and it feels like they're very blended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like
in Philly,
they're Irish, but they got a lot of Italian stuff that they do.
Yeah. We separated, even though you're in the same neighborhood. You separated all that shit except for like church.
Yeah.
Except for Sundays and like sports.
Yeah.
That's what brought you together with these people that hated you every other day. And then you go right back to fucking hating them on Monday, you know?
It is nice. That's why sports are nice.
Yeah. They bring you together, Chris.
I was kind of one of those, yeah.
Unless you're not on that team.
It's true. But even when you're not, I feel like we found like a happy medium.
There's a charm. Yeah, like I went to a Giants game in Eagles garb in the 700 level or whatever. After a while, they're nice. But if you have to actually show dominance, you have to show your teeth so that they then respect you. It's not like...
True.
Not everybody gets through, and you can't be a dick. It's like don't go over the top. Cheer for your team. Don't point fingers. Don't go after somebody, or else you're bringing it on yourself.
Yeah, it is brutal because I'm like I watch a lot of sports. I do like sports, but I'm not like a names guy.
Yeah, you are with the Flyers.
With the Flyers, with the Flyers, I've been paying attention. But if I go to if I go to a game and I'm like, I'm like an Eagles fan, and someone's a Cowboys fan, they start coming at me about like shit that happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really know.
That's great.
And then all of a sudden they're like, ugh.
I envy this.
You know?
I'd watch this guy through the window. I'd check his license plate. I would have an issue for months. I'd come back at the same time he was there the next week. That would fuck me up.
Really?
Yeah. If some dude came at me with that bullshit.
Dude, there's nothing that makes an opposing fan happier than knowing more about your team.
Yeah.
It's because they get off so hard on knowing more about your team than you.
It's nice undressing someone because it's all about anger, right? So if I'm going to talk shit on the Cowboys and this Cowboy fan knows about sports, the odds are the majority of people from Philadelphia, people that are yelling from their, what they call the armchair quarterback, which is the guy that's saying, you should have threw it there. You should have ran that, but you should have caught that ball. Meanwhile, he's running 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The ball's dancing in the sky, and he's diving and then getting hit. Yeah. It's like, and then if you catch the ball, people are punching. The fact that there's not more fumbles every single play.
My God.
These guys are absolute animals.
Dude.
And then you got some fat slob that if his wife tossed his car keys from 3 feet, he would drop them, fall on his forehead because he had too many Miller Lights.
They should have like an outreach program for the like fat dudes that sit on the couch and complain about shit.
Yes.
Or just anyone, skinny fucking dudes that complain about shit too. Just so it's like, go stand on the sideline.
Yep.
And have a running back just run past them at full speed.
Yeah.
And it's like when a car goes by.
Yeah.
You actually like hear that. Yeah.
The wind hits you.
Terrifying.
Yeah. McKeever and I sold a pilot to Sports Illustrated to make a sports show.
Yeah.
And one of the bits that we had was going through Twitter and finding some dude who talked shit on like a major play that changed, the game, and you were to knock up to that person and be like, "Are you Henry? Did you say this?" And Henry's like, "Yeah, you should have definitely caught the ball." And you're like, "All right, come with us." Then you bring him to a turf, like a natural field, and you have him run around.
Yeah,
you have him run around. Just try and catch a ball. Try and run. With your kids or whatever safety sneaks he's got on.
Yes.
And just catch a ball first, and then you bring another dude on the field that's going to rock his ass.
Yeah, and you could do it like when they trot out like the U16 men's team to play like the best women's team in the world in soccer. It's like
15.
it's like just what? Yeah. Which means they're under 15, which means they're 14.
Right.
So it's bad. It's bad news. But it's like, bring that guy out and it's like, here's our high school cornerback. See if you can get any daylight between you and him.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's I've already said this, but the small subsect of the population within any town that actually played sports at I'm not saying like fucking collegiate D1. Even if you played in high school, you still have an understanding of what these guys are doing and how they're all superheroes.
Yeah.
You have a respect for going, it could have been caught. But given the circumstances, if you've ever been running full speed, it's a very difficult ball to catch.
Oh my God, yeah.
And instead you have the majority just screaming, going, "We suck."
Dude, when there's a guy running there'll be a guy running full speed, and he'll do this.
Yeah, and
catch it on this
over his head.
It's like insane.
It's insane, and they'll just be like, "That was a good catch."
Yeah,
how are we? This should have a documentary.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks. It's like no.
What a great white trash line.
Yeah. It's
what do you want from me? That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah. It's like no. That was extra that he gave them. They're paying him for like the regular routes and shit that they do. What, these guys don't get paid enough? Yeah. It's like, they're the best.
What do we do? Suck his dick? That's what he's there for. How many millions a year? Jesus Christ. You pay me that, I'll fucking suck your dick. What? Dude, let's
what, should we attempt this again?
Yeah.
Well, at some point we'll release, I guess, our first attempt. I don't know, whatever. We tried to talk about Skankfest.
First attempt at the Skankfest?
Yeah.
No.
We talked for an hour and a half, and
we basically just argued.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, which is a good portion of the show. I mean, let me get something straight. It's always going to happen.
Yeah. But it was drunken. I was hammered.
We've also told, when you tell a long story that's so involved with drugs and mayhem, if you're telling it with other people, the path to certain
is
time
clear.
frame, it's clear just to you, but when someone's talking with you, it's harder to get to your destination. So every time you tell the story in a group environment, it's going to be different every time.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do is tell the story the way you and I
Yeah.
experienced it, because it was you and I for outside of Cullum 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And it's a good fucking story. So I want to get it out. We're not drunk.
Yeah. No, yeah, we should be able to do this better.
Yeah. If we can't do this right now, we can't do this podcast.
Yeah.
We have to call it quits. I'm going to pursue sports.
Yeah, we're going to get back into it. Yeah. Well, yeah, we went to Skankfest 2 weeks ago, right? A week ago. We're off to a good start.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, we went to Skankfest and we got there. We convinced you to go. You came.
You did.
It was awesome.
You and Feeney.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night, convinced me to buy tickets
for a Thursday flight. Yeah. It was fantastic. We get down there, flights, everything go fine, right?
Yeah.
We show up to Skankfest. Everyone's happy to see you.
Yeah. No, it's great. I wanted to.
You got a nice greeting.
I did. Yeah. Rebecca Trent gave me a warm hug. You know, she's the fucking. It's corny to say the queen bee, but she's, you know, if you're not accepted by her, and especially I'm not on the bill, I'm not doing anything. I jumped on a few shows, but you know, getting a hug from her the moment we stepped in was like that was the cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that was the coolest thing too. Is that the moment you showed up, people were like, "Do this show, do this show, do this show,
it felt
do
good.
stand up." Yeah,
we got a surprise to Shane. He was in the green room, whatever.
Everything was. Shane had left a couple days early, so he didn't even know.
No, he didn't. He didn't know. He was trying to get me and McKeever to go down there 12 hours before I had already bought the ticket. I tried to get McKeever, but he had stuff to do with family.
I thought he texted you when we were down there.
He texted me when we were traveling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like, I'll buy you a flight if you and John can come down and do Matt and Shane's. And I knew it was a long shot because it was a long shot for me. I already bought the ticket.
Yeah.
And he already had stuff to do, so he couldn't make it. But so, yeah, Thursday night was beautiful. Thursday night is supposed to be a chill night where everybody just
we had no shows.
Comics,
we just were going to chill. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one karaoke thing that everybody was doing. It's mostly industry and comedians and then fans.
Industry?
Well, like, you know, like, I don't know why I'm saying industry, but like people that are working the
no industry.
People that are working the festival.
Oh, yeah. Staff.
Yeah. I'm thinking of normal festivals. Yeah. This is just staff and a few. The point is, most of the fans came in Friday and Saturday as opposed to Thursday night. Thursday night was, the majority was comics and staff. And then a hodgepodge of true fans that were maniacs that are taking off on Friday or whatever. So, look, this is all I told myself was like, let's take it easy on Thursday because I knew it was going to get nuts. And rule 101 for Skankfest is don't take drugs off a stranger unless somebody within the group knows who this guy is.
Yeah.
We're in the back. I get against the wall because I don't want anyone behind me. I'm sitting on a pack of fucking, I don't know, Lone Stars, some kind of beer. You're next to me to the right. I don't know where Shane was, but I hear this dude yelling towards you, and he turns around, and he has this giant Glad bag of drugs.
Yeah.
And you grab it, and immediately my mentality shifted. I was like, what is it? I want it. And it was mushrooms.
Yeah.
You put the whole bag.
Big bag of mushrooms.
Yeah. It's probably, I'm going to say like this big. It was a hefty.
And it's like, okay, here's our weekend.
2 inches.
Yeah.
2 inches deep.
Yeah.
Oh, this would be a weekend 2 inches deep. How do you say it?
Oh.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about this story. So you grab the bag, you fold it, put it in your pocket. I'm like, what are you doing? Just take some, give it back to the fucking guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, pass them out to your friends. I grabbed some immediately.
This is your first Skankfest. You don't know.
This is my first.
Someone hands you the whole bag?
I had no idea. No fucking idea. Yeah. Also, I'm the youngest of three. I know that if I get my hands on something, I'm going to protect it because I'm selfishly going to want all of it.
Right.
So then you took a few out. I took more than I should have, put it in my top pocket, hand it back to you. And he's like, hand them out to all your friends.
Yeah, the guy goes, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're yours. Yeah. They're fucking yours. All right. Can I say we took them then?
Well, we waited like 30 minutes. We like watched a little more of the show.
We tried not to take them.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a process in my head that was like, don't.
Yeah, we were like, not tonight.
Not tonight. Yeah, tonight. Just settle down, get a nice rest. You've been traveling.
We're gonna be getting fucked up all weekend.
Plus, I was getting fucked up with Cullum at like 9 a.m. at the airport.
Yeah.
This is now 9 p.m. I'm like, hey, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Then was this the green room when we dropped them?
No. We were sitting out there. We're watching the show. It was karaoke. It was packed in the warehouse, and someone came on and someone did like a song that wasn't that great. There was a bunch of like bangers in a row, And then someone did a song that wasn't that great, and we just looked at each other and we were like, well, I'll take a little bit.
Yeah, it'll make this song better.
Yeah. So then we
remember that one dude with long hair was doing whatever the fuck it was.
And then, that was
some stranger
amazing.
was like,
that was the opening.
Yeah. Some stranger looked over and he's like, Jessica Kirsten is crushing this right now. I was like, that's her? Because she could do great voices. I was like, oh my God, it looks like her. Because we're all the way in the back.
Yeah.
Had no fucking idea. And he was like, nah, let me get a mushroom. And I was like, this is the fucking wildest shit.
That would have been insane. It's like, wow, she looks like she's like 6'2", too. That's like, she's really good. Yeah. She really gets into character. Well, the dude was just headbanging from down. Yeah.
And everybody was loving it. He fucking that dude practiced that for months in his bedroom, his mom's basement. There's no doubt. That motherfucker was like, this is going to be my time.
Yeah, I wonder if he knew he was going to be the opening act. Yeah.
Had to. It wasn't a raffle, so he probably reached out to those guys like, I got a song.
Yeah, and then Sagalo stepped up right after that.
Bro, I want to say this. It's one of my proudest moments of the weekend. Was because I knew Sagalo's a goofball.
Yeah.
He was going up after this dude destroyed that hardcore song.
Yeah.
And I whispered to somebody, I forget who the fuck it was. I don't know if it was you or somebody else. And I was like, I hope he does Elton John. As a joke.
Yeah.
Just as a little giggle. I was crushing.
Back of the room.
Sure enough.
Back of the room, guys.
Sure enough. He does fucking Elton John. And destroys.
Yeah. It was
everyone's holding up candles.
Yes.
To go from
candles. It was lighters.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I guess the mushrooms already started hitting. I don't know when we took them. Look at all these candles.
Were they handing out candles?
Well, dude, 12 years of Catholic school, everything looks like a candle. Let me get a candle and light the cigarette.
Yeah, it's like those little like paper hot air balloons.
Yeah. You got to say a prayer to your dead grandma. Light my cigarette. So he destroys. You're right. We took our conversation was, let's just take a cap. I've done mushrooms.
Cap and a stem,
20 to 40 times. And I know it's a wide range.
That sounds like a lot.
A cap and well, it's over. I've done mushrooms since 8th grade and like I went to a Pink Floyd concert or whatever.
Oh shit.
So a mushroom and a stem is like to someone that doesn't do mushrooms, like it's a 6-pack. It's like a perfect level of
chill.
Yeah. You know, you're boozed, but you're not like, you can hang out, you can talk.
Yeah.
There's a body feel, but there's not too much head space where you're like, you know, you're being a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. It's like a little euphoria.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So we took a cap and a stem, and then put them back in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, let's go have fun.
Yeah, we'll just wait for these to kick in. You went to the green room with Shane, I think. I was just wandering.
Yeah, you were bopping around somewhere.
Yeah.
I was with Norman,
upstairs,
Shane.
Yeah.
I think Metzger was there. There was a couch full of us. Started telling them I took mushrooms. Shane was like, give me one.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chris has them. I think in that moment you walked in or you were like talking to somebody else. I noticed you.
Yeah. Well, I walked in because Jimmy Cunningham, who's like Gas Digital's like ad guy, had taken some too with us.
Yes. Putnam Jim?
Yeah, Putnam Generals. Prior to the Putnam Generals.
He works with Gas? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I walked in. I was outside for some reason. I walked back into the showroom and he goes, mushrooms work. and I like turn around and I look at the stage and I'm like, wow, I really am feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go.
And it was quick. It was like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is very, very fast.
Yeah. So I go walk into the green room. I'm like, I can find Tommy and see where he's at. And I walk in and you have the perfect corner chair.
Yeah. Dude, listen. I've learned through the years. You find a backing. No one's behind you.
Yeah.
A corner's the best spot possible. You can see both angles. I knew exactly what I was doing. Norman probably hated it because I was sitting on an arm next to him like a stepdad watching him, just petting his head. But yeah, it was a great spot. And I'm like, I'm going to stay here for a while until shit hits.
Yeah.
So I know I'm in control.
Right.
Which I wasn't fearing it. I was not fearing it.
I was not fearing it at all.
That amount of mushrooms shouldn't send anyone.
Yeah. I was getting ready to like drink for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, this is going to be a nice buzz in the background of how much I'm going to drink.
So you come in, conversation's already being had. You pull out your bag. Shane munches. Mark looks at them. Somebody comments on the color. Because at this point...
Mark did. Mark was like, these look crazy. Yeah,
because they were like purple. We'll send a pic.
And we were like, nah, that's mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
the color's
they're really good.
And he goes, these kind of look different. And I was like, all right, we'll just take half. Take half of what we took. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
He apparently goes to munch. I didn't know. I didn't see him.
He faked us.
Well, I don't know if he faked this or he just put it in his top pocket because we had to check. Well, this is a later part of the story. Shane munches, and then we just chill for a bit. We're like, we're good. It starts hitting me in that green room where I was like,
yeah.
It just was like,
yeah.
And everything, the warmth and like visuals, people are just bouncing. And I'm like, this is what happens when you take 3 to 4 ounces.
Yeah.
When it's that fast.
And
this is a half, maybe a quarter of an ounce.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Oh, no. What are you talking about? What
not
we
ounce,
took?
Not ounce.
Yeah.
Ounce.
We took
sorry. Not ounces. Grams.
Maybe a
grams.
gram.
Yeah.
Maybe less than a gram.
Yes. Yeah. I would say less than a gram. It's probably a half a gram.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nothing.
The feeling you get when it hit us, I was like, that's what, because I took 4 grams like 3 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, but I sat down on the couch with you guys. So now we're 25 minutes in and I was like already getting that thing where there was like, to get up and get a beer was like,
yeah,
this is a project.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
Matt,
a
you gotta
while
map
for
out
me
your
to
route.
do. Yeah. I don't want to step on anybody.
I need a buddy that's the same level of high to come with me.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So we left the room, you and I. Shane grabs us back in the warehouse. He's like, Doug Stanhope's coming in.
Say hi to Doug.
Say hi to Doug. And as soon as I see Doug, I am full bore. High as fuck.
Yes. Doug's
girl is dressed in colors that I can't explain.
Elton John glasses on.
It looks like, she was the mascot for
and that,
Mushroom.
And that train conductor.
Yeah.
Well, not train. I don't know. The runaway train kind of hat. I don't know what.
I couldn't explain it. She's already.
Hats.
Yeah, she usually dresses like that. But when you're on mushrooms, it was like...
And dude, as I'm reaching to shake his hand, I feel like it was just like...
Yeah. It was like meeting Chuck E. Cheese when you were 6.
Yeah.
Do you remember like you would actually meet the giant rat and you're like, holy fuck, this is
actually him.
This is Chuck, dude. This is Chuck. So I was like,
Doesn't
I can't
talk much.
I turned to the right. Kyla is in my face. If you want to talk about the juxtaposition of being on mushrooms and psychedelics versus speed and the aggression of a Philly chick, it is something you do. That's the final boss of you getting home to your apartment.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the one person you do not want to run into.
Right
in front of my face. As soon as I turned to leave the scenario, I was like, I got to go outside.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me, and I'm not kidding you. Kyla, I love you. But your teeth were sharpened like a vampire, the way you sleep. And her eyes were like black. And she was like, where's Brian? I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, did you just come from that room? And now I'm scared.
Yes.
I'm like, I think I did.
Well, Kyla is so helpful and so concerned at all times that she's always got a question for you that you can't answer if you're on mushrooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where is somebody? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at right
time.
now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. And she said, well, you just came through that room. Why don't you just tell me if Brian's in that room? I'm like, everyone's in that room.
Don't tell me where I came from.
I don't fucking know. And
I'm living in the present. Yeah.
She gets mad at me. And the second thing of mushrooms is you don't want anyone being mad at you. Mm-hmm. You're already having head games.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what the fuck did I do? I didn't say anything. I just don't know where Brian is. That's all I said. So there's like, I got to go outside.
I knew I started to pitch right after I shook Doug Stanhope's hand. I was like, it's walk around the block time. This bar has got too many faces I don't recognize.
Yeah.
I need to be able to have some conversations with people I know.
Yeah, every room's a fun house.
Bearings.
It's a different room of a fun house.
Yeah. And it was a little bit, it wasn't drafty in there. You know, there was no, the air was not circulating.
It was a locker room of fat, hairy dudes.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So we take a walk.
Like a locker room of like a hockey team that couldn't skate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of dudes waiting around looking to hand people mushrooms.
Yeah. Did you get some?
Yeah. Who can we dose?
Yeah.
So, yeah, then we leave. Cullum's on board. Cullum is also starting to fly with us. And so we take a walk around the block.
No, you're missing one part of the story. We followed Normand thinking he was going towards the outskirts, and we walked into
the green room.
The green room with Ranazizi and somebody else.
It was like Ranazizi, like
maybe Brent Ernst. It was like a crew of like LA
Eddie
dudes.
Pepitone. Jessica Kirson. It was
people we just didn't know well enough to be like, we're fucked up.
Well, also like a lot of people I respect. Like it was like, oh my god, It was like a lot of people that I respect that I'd be meeting for the first time. So we just like, you were behind me.
I was following you with confidence. The way a kid.
I was walking
his mother.
with so much confidence.
Yes.
I was ready for that door to open and to walk into the outdoors. And it was just like, whoa.
It's literally what you did.
Yeah.
You were like, not here, and you turned literally. You said something audibly to everyone, then they all went like this and looked, and I was the only face because you already turned.
Yeah,
so you were out, and I was like, and then I just walked back out with you, and I remember seeing Renazizi, and I was like, fuck, I haven't seen this dude in like 6 years.
Yeah,
and he's looking at me like,
what the fuck
what
is
the
your
fuck
problem?
are you doing?
Yeah.
That
was embarrassing. Yeah, because it was a laugh that came out like a burp.
Yeah,
like one of those things.
Anyway, we get outside. Me, you, and Cullum go, this is not normal.
Yeah.
We're not at a level of high, and it intensified within the time that we said it was starting to hit. By the time we got outside, I am heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Because that feeling of like when a drug hits, you're like, oh, and you just feel like you're dropped in a bit of like a hot tub.
Yeah.
Your whole body's going nuts. Visually, people are going, oh shit, there's Pope. And people just want to take pictures, and you're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And they're scary as fuck. So you, me, and Cullum walk down the street. This is a part where you guys bust my balls about. One of you had an idea. We're just going to walk around.
That was my idea. We're just going to take one lap around the block. That'll brace us. We can come back in. We'll probably freak out again. Then we'll take another lap. You know, we just need.
Yeah, but it's not a block. This is cut off. Astroworld is like a mile away. Don't start. I know for a fact. I looked it up. Astroworld's installations are close enough that when you walk, this is Thursday night. Astroworld wasn't until Friday and Saturday, so there's still security guards walking around these empty parking lots. I started bugging out, dude. So I'm going, let's not cause attention.
You're so wrong about everything. Everything about what's around us.
No. I'm very positive.
Because the security was for the tent area of Skankfest.
Maybe. Part
100%.
But we walked the equivalent of like 4x4 blocks. It wasn't one block. It wasn't just one skadoodle around. We went deep, and then back around. That was the goal. Hold on.
The goal was to take one lap around one block.
I went the opposite way.
Well, you need to take a piss. So instead of taking, like, we left the venue. Yeah. We took a left. When we got to the first corner, instead of taking the second left, we crossed the street to find, like, a dark place across some train tracks.
Yes. All right, listen, I'll admit this. I was very insecure. I was scared. Dude, sober or on like drinking, any other drug but the drug we were on, I would pee inside of a cop's glove compartment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I didn't want to pee in public and get caught and ruin our high because I couldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I was so afraid of running into a cop going, come here for a second. You okay?
Yeah.
And or just like, in the eyes, I'm like,
or you're so high that it's like you'd be pissing and then realize you're pissing like
oh, we did. That's exactly what happened.
Just somewhere super public, and it's like someone's hat or something. You know, like you'd be like, wait, what? Yeah. I mean, you thought we were at Astroworld.
Yeah.
You were fucking gone.
So you and Colin were busting my balls for a while because you kept bringing me to locations like, pee right there. It's fine. There's no one around, and there wasn't. Yeah. And I was like, no, it's not good enough. You got to find another spot.
Yeah.
Finally, I agreed to piss in this like construction area. It was the ugliest fucking thing in the world.
Well, no. So then we walk back. As we get to the train tracks, you decide this isn't going to work. So we walk back to the corner, the first corner that we were on.
Yeah.
And on our way back, we run into the fan.
Oh, yes.
Who's like, can I take a picture? And he's like kind of just like wobbling.
Also, there was no one around us.
We were completely by ourselves in the middle of nowhere.
It looks like a parking lot in a wooded area for like a fucking it was another music festival. Yeah. There was nothing around. A fence, grass, street, and a parking lot.
Yeah.
And this kid appeared out of nowhere asking us for a picture.
Yeah.
And we are flying.
Yeah.
I couldn't even talk. Cullum, I think, was in the best shape at this point.
I was doing okay at this point. I was definitely like high, but I was fine. Yes. I'm in the mode where it's like, there's no way we're taking this picture. And Colum's like, yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah.
And we're both like, all right, well, this is insane.
The dude goes to take a picture of just us against the fence in the middle of the woods.
It was against a cinder block wall. This is what it was. Dude. It was just going to be the three of us, pupils the size of fucking dinner plates, just sitting there like...
I mentioned this on Matt and Shane's. I felt
I can't even imagine.
Looking back on it, that picture, yeah.
Has anyone seen that picture?
It probably looks like 3 raccoons in the middle of a highway just before getting smoked by a fucking bus. And the first picture the dude took was like, he's like, can I get a picture? And Cole's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And it's just us. And then one of you were like, I think you want to be in this.
Yeah. I don't know if I said
3 drug addicts along a brick wall in the middle of nowhere. You could Google image this anytime you want, dude. You got to be in it. And he's like, oh, shit. Yeah. I got to be in this. And then we fucked off to take a piss. I finally find the construction site. It was a construction. It was
no.
It was an empty trench.
No.
What? Jumping ahead?
We finally get back to the corner, the first corner.
Yeah.
That we started, like what was supposed to be our first left turn. We get back to that corner. So now we take a right. We're actually trying to make it around the block. So we're walking down the street like 1/4 closer.
Yeah. To what you guys wanted.
Yes.
Your goal.
Yes.
For some reason.
Then, we needed to leave the place and it was just something to do instead of wandering around looking for a piss. So then you still want to take a piss. Instead of taking a left, which would lead us back to like the fans, we're like, let's just go straight. So now we'd be like a block and a half away from the building, and we see the Ferris wheel.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I pissed after the Ferris wheel?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Because
hold on.
The beauty of the Ferris wheel, because you're pissed off about the Ferris wheel.
I want to carry the Ferris wheel part because
that's fine.
Your adoration for this Ferris wheel.
Oh,
it was everything to you.
Well, this was a genuine. If I'm being honest. Our team was starting to fall apart. Yeah. We were going to pieces.
Yeah.
You're pretty pissed off about the walk around the block. Cullum's pissed at you that
I can't piss.
That you can't piss. Yeah. And Cullum won't shut up about it. And
Cullum was wired.
You're like
sometimes mushrooms hit someone like it's cocaine. Yeah. Cullum wouldn't shut the fuck up. At one point I was like, Cullum, will you please shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch the Ferris wheel.
Well, that's when we finally. So I go, now look at that. Isn't that a beautiful Ferris wheel? Yeah. Ordinarily, I'd be like, destroy that thing. I don't need it. But right now, it is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Make me a bumper out of this goddamn.
And Colin goes, yeah. And then you stop and you're like,
it was amazing, dude.
And the three of us
it wasn't even on.
No.
But it was a Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel. Hold on. The Ferris wheel itself had multicolored lights going, neon multicolored lights going around the outside. And mushrooms make everything move. So to us, it's this thing swinging.
Yes.
And it was moving. And it was gorgeous.
Yes.
And for one instance, we were all shutting the fuck up and enjoying the beauty of our mushrooms.
It was beautiful.
And accepting it rather than putting all this drama and hell in our life.
Yeah.
And then I see this homeless dude. Well, I see him in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, don't recognize him. Stay focused. Watch the wheel. Watch the wheel.
He might as well have come out of the middle of the Ferris wheel.
It was a long trot, dude. He came from a long distance. He just got bigger and bigger. Finally, we couldn't ignore it anymore because he's right in front of our face. He's wearing a red... I'll never forget this. He's wearing a red snow hat. Cullum is already giggling. He's already giggling. Yes. Because, dude, people were like dancing and moving in our head at this point.
Well, also, I think Cullum, and I was feeling this too. It's like, you're like, I know, I as this guy's walking up, I know
it's going to be bad.
I know that none of us are equipped to handle what's about to happen right now. Right. Like, none of us have just that level of small talk in us to just navigate this situation.
He puts his hand out. He wants some money. And then he takes his snow hat off. And his hair fucking sideshow bobbed out of this thing. It went boing, and it was like dancing. which is now hilarious. Cullum is laughing full bore.
Yeah.
He's belly laughing in this dude's face. I didn't want to give him anything because I didn't want to reach in my wallet. I don't know like where everything's at. I don't want to have a conversation. You start giggling a little bit because he's laughing so fucking hard. I'm smiling going, oh, come on. I literally started going, come on, stop.
I tried to go, no.
Move it along. And finally I was like, oh yeah, come on, here, dude. And I pulled out cash. I had a 20 and like 5 ones. You caught me navigating around that 20 so hard.
Because I could see how
my fingers were like guitars. I was like,
dude. And when everything, like when you're on mushrooms and like everything gets this weird meshy kind of quality to it. And just separating money is like, because it's got that weird.
Yeah.
All
film.
money has that weird like newspaper printy kind of like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like the.
Yeah, like you know how the fucking Wall Street Journal has like a dot photos or like everything's like that, and you're like, I don't even is this what I'm seeing or is this what?
Meanwhile, I just gave him my insurance card. He's been racking bills.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Dude,
the
I
guy
got my
who made
TD
the
bank
payment?
card
That's the guy who paid,
today. Yeah. He went to Lexus, bought one.
He's like, he is a nice guy.
So I gave him like $3 or $4, and then then he fucked off.
Then he left.
Yeah.
and immediately everything that we had gotten a brief respite from comes rushing back. You now have to piss twice as bad.
I'm furious.
You're furious.
I was so upset.
And
because I was so happy. It was everything I wanted.
I know.
It's why we left the venue in the first place. It's like, let's go enjoy this head game.
Right. A quiet, nice,
where we
all
are on the same fucking plane.
And you walked away. And Colm and I are still there trying to hold on to it. Trying to hold on to the moment. And you walk in front of us and throw something in the air and go, fucking there goes your fucking Ferris wheel. And Colm and I lost our fucking minds. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard.
I've never seen you laugh that hard in my life.
Oh my God. There goes your fucking Ferris wheel.
Yeah. It was such
angry dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
had to ruin it.
It was not.
Your mother's birthday? It was that kind of like fucking talk.
And then I realized I'm walking off into darkness and I still need you guys. So I just stopped. Like, come on, are we going somewhere?
No, you stormed down this. We had to chase you down.
Yeah, I was like a half block by that point. I was very upset.
And then you were like, I gotta piss.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, it's back that way.
I wanted no more games. And Colm's like, we said we go around one block. We said go around a block. I'm like, no, I gotta fucking piss. What?
Just no more games. Yeah. The funny thing is that like anytime we were trying to do the thing we were supposed to do, you were so high. You're like, quit fucking with me.
Well, here's the thing. I had no fucking control of anything the whole time, including my mind, my body, and my bladder. If there's one thing I can control on mushrooms, it's my fucking bladder. And I had enough of you guys controlling everything else, including my bladder. So I was like, that's it.
But
that's it.
Yes.
I got to piss, and I don't care what the fuck you guys do. You can follow me. And we only want like one more block.
Which was so funny to us is because we had literally spent most of the time trying to find a place for you to piss.
I know.
So you're like, quit fucking with me. It's like, dude, we've been trying to solve your problem the whole time.
Yes, but the Ferris wheel
sent me. So then
me.
You walk right back to the first corner.
Yeah.
Like the very first corner right next to the secret group. Like
there's a dirt trench, an empty pipe that looks like it needs to be fixed for water or some shit. It's the most disgusting thing in the world.
Detritus. Yeah.
Yeah. I pee against the wall.
It's like where the city goes to dump things they don't use.
100%. Yeah. If you're listening and don't know what mushrooms do to your mind, plant life almost talks to you. It reaches out to you. So like you could stare at grass and the grass will be like,
yeah.
And it's the most beautiful thing. If you can control yourself going, you're fine. You're fine. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was peeing on a weed. And I'm pissing on this weed, and the weed's like, just doing this like fucking, this sexy dance from like the fucking maniacs in the movie 300.
2 layers going like this on mushrooms
and they're coming up at
is
you.
insane.
And the whole time I'm going, and then my bladder's getting emptied, so it feels good. And I'm just warm and calming. And I look out to this trench, and the colors, which are so dull and boring, started to like awaken.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is so embarrassing. But I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And then Cullen breaks it up immediately. He's like, "What are you talking about? This is the fucking ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's not literally. It's dirt. It's dirt in a pipe tomb. It's fucking.
It's absolute fucking shit, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking dog shit, man.
It's shit.
Let's go walk around the fucking block like we said.
Let's take the block around."
And you're like, no way am I leaving this corner. How do you leave this?
Yeah.
How do you leave this?
I finally found all of it.
How do you leave this?
Yeah. I emptied my bladder and I had like a level of, the angst wasn't there. The happiness was coming back. And I didn't, it's like being on a road trip and you're on the turnpike and you miss your last stop. The whole time you're just yelling at your kids because you got to piss because it's your own fault.
Yeah.
And I got relieved the piss. You're just like, this is fun. We're going to go to the mountains.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
And Colin's like, let's just walk around the block. And you're like, no.
Absolutely not.
How do you
We've already tried this.
It's so beautiful here. Yeah. and Colin and I go, dude, the fans are right there.
Yeah.
We can't just stand here in front of them and stare at fucking dog shit.
This is when you met that other guy.
Well, no. That's after. So then Colin again is like,
I'm going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colin was like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
He had enough.
Well, no.
He felt confident enough
this is what happened. I realized that like you're not leaving the corner. Colin wants to take a walk around the block. You can't see that. Like you literally went.
This is the hotel line.
You literally went. The fans are so far away. It's like, dude, they are 20 yards, maybe less.
I'm getting anxiety, dude, right now.
And that's when I'm like, all right, we need to get out of here as a group. Like this is only going to get worse. I don't see this getting better for us.
Yeah.
So I've been on mushrooms enough that I'm like, I don't tell anyone specific, like I never yell at anyone to do anything. So I present the idea. I just go, guys, well, I'm going to do something. You can come, you can not come. You're free to do as you please.
This is true. I will say this. I remember you saying this.
I'm going to go to the hotel. I'm going to catch an Uber. I'm going to go to the hotel. I'm going to walk around near the hotel. And if things get really bad, I'm just going to go up in the room.
Yeah.
You guys should come with me, I think.
Yeah.
And Colin's like, can we just take a walk around the block? And you go, we fucking tried that already.
All my fucking happiness right out the window immediately. Well, I was tired of walking around the same fucking block. Let's go somewhere else.
And Colin and I start laughing because it's like, no, we haven't.
Yeah, I know. So Colin goes, I'm going to walk. I'm going back in. You guys, it's up to you guys.
Well, he goes, I can't go with you in the Uber.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. And he put both his hands in his pockets to emphasize how confident, like he can't go in.
Well, there was one part where I was like, well, I got to vote because you guys weren't even asking me what I wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
Colin was like, all right, well, Tommy and I are going to go back in. And I was like, hold on. I got to vote. Because during this process, as I'm processing everything else that's going on, I'm like, Chris, what you just said, it sounds pretty good. I think I'm leaning more on this plan than this plan.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back towards the hotel with Chris.
Yeah.
And then Colin goes, all right. And he puts his hands in his pockets and he does this little skedaddle across the street. Unbelievable walk.
Disappears into the darkness.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we laughed so hard because it was like, he's fucked in
Yeah.
there.
He's fucked in there, but guess who's fucked out there?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well then, yes. So now we're standing on the corner.
Lied to me.
Well, no, we're standing on the corner.
This is where the first
You're happy because you get to just stare at stuff.
This is the first of many lies.
Oh, here it is.
This is the
You're
first.
getting in.
This is the first.
The hell you guys?
We're talking about the mushroom trip.
Oh.
Should we get you mic'd up for this real quick? No.
Chapito.
How was dinner?
It's good.
Yeah.
Dinner was good.
How was? Yeah. Man, we should have gotten you. Yeah, damn, we should have gotten you mic'd up. What?
Yeah. All right.
We'll get you paused up for.
Damn, he would have been good in the beginning of this.
Yeah. You guys are flying, dude.
All right, I think we're rocking and rolling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was all recorded.
Really? Do me a big kindness and please delete all that.
We don't edit.
No.
We're gonna edit.
We don't edit.
We're gonna edit every hot mic thing on there.
We don't edit anything.
2 N-bombs and an insult to
No N-bombs.
We literally
0 N-bombs.
No, we literally had to cut we had to cut everything we recorded Thursday night because we were too hammered.
You're blacked out.
I was blacked out.
You are a fucking loser.
Dude, well,
you are a piece of
shit.
In fairness, got extra droopy.
Oh, come on, dude. It was
you
your
have
fault.
droopy eyes,
It was
dude.
your fault. You overserved me.
I did. It was
We had 2 beers.
Dude,
we had 2 beers.
Don't try to drink with this man.
I wasn't. We had 2 beers.
This man blacks out and you don't know. Dude,
Superpower.
you really black out like unknowingly.
Fucking,
it's crazy.
Dude, we've played. We've had sessions of Onward. We've had sessions of Onward that have lasted 6 hours that you don't even remember. The first thing about
He's like, yo, how come we don't play Onward anymore? We played for 12 hours.
And over the course,
whiskey.
What? And over the course of that 6 hours, you're constantly telling me, it's like, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's the best.
Have you guys talked Onward on this?
No.
I'm sorry to interrupt. These two play Onward. They get trashed and play Onward. And I come home and it'll be like midnight and these two are just wasted. And I've never experienced a more dividable duo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what it is? He's very controlling.
He is.
Well, you're blacked out.
Hold on. This actually. Hold on a second, Chris. Hold on.
See my point? Do you see this? See how easy this is?
Hold on.
Just tossing a flashbang in.
This is pertinent to the end of this story because he was my platoon leader.
He
wasn't my shaman, he was my platoon
It's
leader
true.
when we were the highest level of shrooms.
Dude.
And he was leading me around the city the way he does with Onward.
You should have seen this.
Onward, we'll get smoked going one path, and he goes, you'll hear him go, because he's locking his second thing in the kitchen because you can't see him.
Yeah.
And he goes, going this way, and he hears his feet. And seeing him on screen, he's just this little dainty little. He looks like a fucking salamander.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't follow this fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's been talking shit the last 3 rounds.
Dude, you should have seen on the last stretch of the walk home.
I know you don't.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
This is all you have to do to divide these two. I come in, I sit down, I start playing video games. I'm playing Xbox while they're playing on. Tom plays Onward directly in front of me. And I gotta take a step back. He's like, okay. But all you have to do is who's got the most kills? And Tommy would be like, I have the most kills, and Chris will be like, that's because you've been out in the open the whole time. I've been securing the windows. Yeah.
I'm over here covering your ass. Yeah.
That's why let's get back to this
Grenade.
I love when there's a grenade.
Dude.
You guys get
Dude,
rocked
Tommy's gotten nice at throwing grenades.
You guys get rocked by grenades.
1 out of 10. Though,
We do
I'll
get
hit like an awning and it flies right back at me. I'm like, what?
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
I'm down.
Are you dead? Yeah, I'm dead.
And then all you hear is fuck.
Ow!
Dude,
yeah.
He wasn't even pointing his gun at me.
Dude, the best is just you're out there, you don't see it, and dude, Tommy will be like mid round, just sipping whiskey. You'll be like, "Help! I need help!" And he's like,
"I can't."
Dude, I miss it. I miss you guys playing on.
We played it the other night.
Sometimes anxiety.
Do you remember getting around in the other night?
Anxiety gets so high, you're like, I need my sauce.
Yeah, dude.
You don't calm me down.
Yeah.
Dude, after we blacked out on the podcast on Thursday, we played around.
Yeah,
Man, I wish I saw it.
We're gonna play tonight.
Fuck, I didn't realize that flight was fucking 8 a.m.
That sucks. Where are you from? LaGuardia?
No, I think it's JFK at 8 a.m. That blows.
Dude, speaking of
All right, sorry to ruin the
No. I was going to say that. I got so drunk that
I
night.
want him to hear the end of the story because we already told the beginning how everything happened.
He actually, this is where Shane, right where we're at in the story, is when Shane started tripping.
Did I ever?
Yeah, were you on stage with
he was singing.
Stanhope?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had it after.
Yeah.
But Tommy saw that, and I walked past Tommy, who was on the mushrooms, and he was like, I'm fucking flying.
Yeah.
And I was like,
when we met Stanhope.
And I genuinely was like, all right, he's fucked up. I can handle mushrooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know these mushrooms were the strongest mushrooms on earth.
Ever.
I thought you were bullshitting.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, I'll just take a little.
Yeah.
Munched them. Like an hour later, I was just like,
That's what I said.
dude, I was talking to Brett Ernst about fucking like the NFC East. And just in the middle of a conversation about the Cowboys and the Eagles, I was just like,
oh my God.
That's essentially how we left.
I was like, dude, oh my God.
I can't talk to you. I have to fucking leave.
I have to leave
right now.
Yeah, that's what happened to us because we were like, I made the decision that we need to go to the hotel. And I called an Uber.
Onward Chris, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was,
Big time onward.
Yeah. Risk management. I was like, fans cannot see us.
Yeah.
We need to get home fast. Because we might need to call the paramedics. Tommy is staring at the grass and refusing. Tommy was refusing to leave the corner. He was like, "We can't leave this. It's so nice." It was grass and like a piece of concrete.
I would get my eyes on like a fire hydrant, and I would just stop. And Chris would be like, "We got to keep it moving. We got to keep moving."
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
And
he promises we're gonna get an Uber to the hotel. He's looking at his phone.
Impossible.
The whole time he's looking at his phone, he goes, "You're not going to like this."
Well, because I had told him that he could stay on the corner. The Uber would come get us. And then I look at the Uber is 30 minutes away, and I know we don't have 30 minutes.
So then we start trucking.
So I go, "Tom, you're not going to like what I have to tell you."
I mean, if I was on mushrooms and someone was like, "I have bad news for you," I'd be like,
well, this is
my fucking dad died.
Well, Tommy had just screamed.
My whole family.
I loved him. Yeah. Has nothing to do with the mushrooms.
Dude, Rick and Morty was bad news for me. I put on television. I was like,
oh my God.
I was just laying in my hotel room alone. Like,
dude, we put on TV in the hotel room for 1 second.
Get to the fucking fact.
All right, well, whatever. Okay, so we eventually I tell him we got to walk. We start walking. There's two fat guys that are fans.
Shane, I'm sorry to break you up.
Okay, yeah.
Prior to this, all we've been doing is walking. Me, him, and Cullum. All they want to do is stop walking.
We haven't
some
moved,
comfort area.
We haven't moved 20 yards from where we started.
Yes, we just kept buzzing around this little area, trying to avoid people recognizing us, taking pictures, or saying hi to you, trying to do all that shit. Before we start the full walk, this guy recognizes Chris as we're crossing the street. He goes like, "Oh fuck, O'Connor, I'm coming to your show in Indiana." Or he said something.
No.
Like
He goes. "Oh, you're gonna be in Grand Rapids soon, right? I'm from Grand Rapids." I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, O'Connie's a faggot." And I was like, what? And then Tommy starts laughing his ass off.
That would have killed me.
I'm like,
no, I laughed because
and
I was like,
I'm
"Are you
so.
from I said, "Are you from there?" And he's like, "No."
No, you didn't say a word. You were laughing
he
the
was
whole
flying in from
time.
another town.
I
I
was
just
doing
laughed at
all
his
of the talking, and I'm making horrible small talk with this. He calls me a faggot to my face, and I go, "Oh, Grand Rapids. Are you from there, or what's going on? You fly down from there?"
There was a guy.
I'm so high. I just want to get out of this thing, and I'm doing such a bad time. It's making him laugh even harder.
Yeah, it's funny.
What were you saying? There was a guy. What?
There was one dude that kept calling me a fat faggot. Like anytime I'd walk by him, the whole time he'd be like, "Fat faggot," and I'd be like, "All right." Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You think that's funny? Yeah.
The mushies. Yeah, when I hit eject and started walking out, somebody was like, "Hey, you got to meet the guys that own Yo Kratom. You got to talk to the owners and president of Yo Kratom."
Dude, if someone said Yo
like,
Kratom to me in the middle of this, I would have been like,
"Is that another drug? What is that?"
It's a sponsor of Gas Digital and Skankfest. It's like
a.
Yeah, I think it's just
like
a drug.
thing?
Yeah, I think it's like synthetic heroin.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But
Natural heroin.
That's the bold heroin. What's his face was selling that on the deck the second night we were doing.
Yo Kratom.
Yeah,
Kratom.
Well, I don't want to talk.
Well, anyway, I just those I would have been so high that I'd be like, he's saying normal words and I have no idea.
Anyway, Platoon. Platoon gets us going. We're walking like 3 or 4 blocks in a row.
Well,
now I'm like,
no, this is
when
what
I say
happened.
flying,
Hold on, this
Jane,
is what happened.
Yeah, dude.
When
I know.
say flying, dude, I've never in my life been this fucking high. Remember when you walked in here and I did like 4 grams?
Yeah.
And I was like on my side watching Planet Earth and these elephant seals jumping to their death.
Yeah.
I'm just shaking in a blanket. This level
That was
of high.
great. I was so happy.
This level of high.
'Cause I was coming off of a show that I did well on and like 8 Bud Lights. I'm just the opposite of what you were on.
Oh my God.
I was just like, dude, nothing can stop me.
Oh, I was putting
I'm the
down
best
payments on
ever.
a plot of
You're sitting
land
there
to
like,
die in.
Fucking dying about these goddamn seals. I was so happy.
Dude, when I say flying, let me just say that.
Yeah.
It was so orgasmic in a visual sense where lights and the wind and your body was like.
I mean, you took them.
Just one.
Yeah, it was fractal.
Right, exactly.
The lights were literally
We got to
through a prism.
Yeah.
Just like,
we got to we went there the next day. It was a bus stop that had multicolored lights at the bus stop. It's 4 lights.
That was
To me, when I bucked that corner, it sent an orb like 3 blocks. It looked like Disney World. It looked like the first entering Disney World, and I stopped and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking beautiful,
dude. I talked about this I stared at the skyline from my hotel room all night. And I was like,
really?
Dude, I was like, this city is the future. In my head, I was like, it looked like a cartoon, like cyberpunk future.
Yes.
And then I woke up the next morning, I was like, this is a dump. I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Well, at night with the lights, it feels so good. I kept looking at the sky. I kept looking at the sky and looking at my watch, being like, it's got to be, the sun has got to come up soon. Yeah. And I couldn't tell. It's like, am I like, yeah.
We keep bopping around.
Well, no, this is what happens. After that guy calls me a faggot, then we cross the street.
Meanwhile, it's just calling.
And Tommy's laughing at me so hard. These 2 fans, these 2 big fans, 2 fat fans, see how bad that interaction just went. Like they saw how out of sorts we are.
Change.
So they make a choice.
I mean, like, it was cartoonish.
Big dogs.
Here's what I said. Let me say this. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry to cut you
No.
But we're so locked into this. It felt like the way I described it felt like you were in GTA. There was 2 cop cars at one point, and we were following around these 2 fat guys that waddled like walruses. They like,
and these were just nice
palms.
guys that chose not to interact with us.
Their palms, they didn't walk like this. They because they couldn't get just giant fat bodies.
Yes.
And we followed them for like what I thought was like 3 miles.
Yeah.
We constantly, and we were bucking left and right, and I'm like, what are these guys fucking
They're
doing?
gonna lead you off a cliff.
It was less than it was. we never once. We followed them for maybe 15 feet.
That is.
They made a
true.
choice to ignore us. They were side by side with us. They
were great.
Yes, they were good people.
Awesome.
Well,
They were good people. They saw, because I saw them, like,
till
they
the end.
looked at me and they recognized me and Tommy, and they looked away and were like, we don't need to.
Yeah.
They're clearly running from this type of situation.
All right.
They
So
take a left.
It gets to the 2nd or 3rd block of us following these
It's
dudes,
one
and
block.
I'm like, we're taking the same lefts and rights. What is this? And now I'm wondering what his intentions are.
Yeah.
He keeps looking at this phone saying there's the promise of a fucking Uber to pick us up to get to the hotel with nothing happening. And we keep following these 2 fat guys. And what I said to you, I was like, Chris, do you remember when we watched The Sopranos? The episodes of The Sopranos that I hate are the dream sequence ones, where they go the entire episode.
That's what you were in,
I'm
bro.
like, I feel like I'm in a dream sequence of The Sopranos. We're following these 2 fat fucking Italians to nowhere land, right? And this is my own death. So finally, I'm like this. I sat down on a stoop. I had enough.
Come, I'm dying.
Come. I sat down.
Look at this.
I sat down on a stoop, and I'm like, he can't move. If I'm not moving, he's not moving.
Yeah.
And I'm watching these 2 fat guys walk through a giant empty parking lot, except for one giant Yukon, and they both waddle for like another half mile. And I'm looking at Chris. This is true.
Tommy can only see the fat guys. He doesn't know it's a parking lot, so he just goes, "How can we still see them?"
This is embarrassing.
It's a parking lot.
Huge.
This part is embarrassing. I'm watching them as I'm watching Chris watch them, because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, he's got an ulterior motive for these fat guys. I don't know if he's trying to pick up something. He was trying to lead them somewhere. This is what my drug-induced mind was like. He's got me on this fucking trek to meet these 2 fat guys, and he nodded them off because I picked up on it.
Yeah.
So I sat down, and now I'm looking at Chris's face going, it's fine. And then he looks this way, and he's watching these 2 fat guys, and I'm looking at Chris going, why are you watching these 2 fat guys? And these 2 fat guys, they make their way into a Suburban, skedaddle off. I think it's the end of it. Chris is still looking at his phone, doing this MapQuest shit. And he goes, it's only up here. It's like a couple more blocks. We're going to take a left. We're going to get to the hotel.
How far was your hotel?
Exactly.
It was
Jim,
25
I've asked
minutes.
Oh, that's tough. A 25
But
minute walk?
here's the problem.
I would have passed away.
Dude, we nearly did.
Hold on. Wait till you hear what happens.
Okay, let's get through the walk as fast as we can. The walk was insane.
Yeah.
We couldn't go where the fan, because there's the one under the bridge, the one tunnel under the bridge where all the fans were. We went through another tunnel we had to kind of go through the hood, and then we were like on track to go to our hotel. It was still the same amount of time. It wasn't like out of the way. It was just sketchier. The whole time, Tommy wants to stop at every corner and look at anything. And I'm like, we got to keep moving.
I felt secure.
I'm like, we got to move. We got to move. At one point, we literally, I swear to God, we walked under a tree and we heard a baby bird being born.
100%.
I heard the shell crack. I heard it chirping. And I was like, Tommy, we can't look at that. We have to keep going.
Because I stopped.
So, meanwhile, every 2 blocks, Tommy has to take a piss again. And he's like, I need a place to take a piss. I find him a dark place. He goes, I can't fucking piss here. Where's the hotel? I'm like, we're going there. We got to keep walking.
It was another hour.
Yeah, so dude,
another hour. My bladder's like.
We finally get down the main stretch. We're 2 blocks from the hotel, but it's like the crowd. It's like Main Street,
dude. It's the neighborhood and then something else. And
so
everyone's like a vampire in my fucking eyes, and I'm like, enough. Let's get to the fucking hotel.
And I'm pointing at stuff. I'm like, Tommy, remember the Shake Shack from earlier today? He's like, I don't know Shake Shack. He's completely turned on me to the point where like. So then there's a final. Like he's like, enough of this. I gotta take a piss. He thinks I've been fucking with him the whole time. We're a block away from the hotel. The streets are crowded. The streets are crowded now. So people are like looking at us like they're up. They're like, I don't know what's going on with those two, but it's a problem. And so
Chris,
I finally.
Chris was walking like this.
That was probably the walking like a.
With his
I was probably walking like a maniac.
The walk back. I walked straight to my hotel, and 2 dudes were like, "We'll walk you back," and I was like, "Great." And I was like. Those dudes were like, "You all right, man?" I was like, "I'm so high.
Yeah.
I think someone drugged me."
Yes, that's exactly.
It was me. I drugged me.
Dude.
So anyway, we get past the main street.
No.
And the 2 fat guys
pass
us this way. And that's when I went nuts. The same 2 fat guys that jumped in a Yukon, what I thought was an hour ago, are now walking past us this way. And in Chris's hand was the phone the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's texting
He's
these
arranging
guys
something with the fats.
To arrange something with the fats.
And
so I'm like, what's he getting? So now I'm like, I don't trust any of this.
He's yelling at me. He's walking behind me, yelling at me, being like, enough of this. I can't believe you did this to me. People are walking, and I'm going like this, trying to because I'm trying to put a good face on it, but I can't smile. I'm smiling at people crossing the other way, like, he's crazy. Yeah.
And we take one more turn, and I see Chris nod at these guys in my head. I see him nod, going like this, and I'm like, dude, what is happening? We turn the corner. Chris turns around at me, and he looks at me like this. He goes, "What'd I tell you? We're here." He said it just like that, very calmly. He goes, "Come with me." And this is what I see in my fucking head.
Yeah.
He walks to this door, opens it up. He goes, "Huh?" And I walk in, and it was like walking into paradise. The hotel door was already, or the hotel, or I'm sorry, the
elevator door
was open.
Dude,
you could finally get into.
There was a circular bar in the middle of the lobby, and there was just a guy and there was a cone of light around him.
Yeah,
it felt like heaven. And we get in there.
You guys having this hotel bar in Houston?
Well, he knew that.
In Houston, you two are like,
his biggest fear was
heaven.
Dude, I literally, after the walk,
was telling me I couldn't have a whiskey at the hotel bar.
I can't believe you guys didn't.
I couldn't. That's how fucked up I was.
I can't. I thought for sure you would have a whiskey.
I wouldn't have let him.
I can't imagine that order.
Which was probably
what that guy would have had to deal with.
Dude.
Can I have a whiskey, please?
Oh no, it would have been a million times worse.
Yeah.
I get into the elevator lot.
I am so proud of myself for getting us home.
Yeah. The platoon leader's like, I did it.
The elevator
I still
door
have questions
closes.
about the fatties.
The elevator door closes.
Dude, I'm still hot about it.
I
think O'Connor's a shady boy. Dude.
Yeah, he is.
That could have been something.
I don't know what he's doing behind closed doors. So in my head, I'm going, this is what he does on the road. He gets these 2 fatties to either fucking sell him heroin or pound his ass. This is what I'm thinking in my head.
All right. Well, what? I don't think it's either of those, but it's something. He's a shady boy.
No, I'm crazy head at this point. I get in. What did I say to you in the elevator?
The elevator door closes, and I expect him to be like, dude, fucking thank you so much. Holy shit. I can't believe I doubted you. He goes, what's going on with those two fat guys? I turn around and I'm like trying to keep the trip still in a positive place. I'm like, they're gone, man.
They're gone.
They're gone.
You did say it like that.
And he goes, not to me. And
then we get in the hotel.
Dude, this whole time I was like, damn, I wish I was with someone.
Yes.
I'm so glad I was alone.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm
dude.
so glad I was alone. If I had another guy that was tripping as hard as I was, that would have fucked me
Reality
up.
was it was the drugs were so nuts.
Oh man.
We think it was what, like dipped in acid?
It
or
had
something?
to be.
No, I talked to the guy.
Oh, really?
I found the guy who grew those mushrooms. Those were grown in a closet in upstate New York.
Oh my God.
In a dude's closet.
How did you find the guy?
No
He came
way.
to my podcast.
What?
He was at one of my shows.
And he said, I'm the one who
And
gave
he was
Chris
like, yes.
a bag of mushrooms.
Yes. And then he gave some to Matt.
Really?
Did Matt
This is
test
a
him out?
funny story.
Did Matt take him?
I
Can
don't
you
think
not say?
I'm gonna get Matt in trouble on this. So Matt put him in some like box in the Skankfest bag, and when he got home, his dog ate them.
Oh, did it die?
No, his dog.
No way.
So it's Matt's dog. So this dog's munched.
His dog's just beatboxing.
This dog's munched a ton of weed. This dog, and every time it munches weed, it's like. He said this thing munched these shrooms. It was like. It wanted to play all night. The dog was trying to play with him. He had to take him.
He was probably trying to get him
and
outside.
Matt took him to the dog park.
The dog was literally like, take me
in
around
the middle
block.
of the night. He took him to a dog park at 10 p.m. and this thing just sprinted. And Matt's wife was like, "What? What's wrong?" Because Matt came down the steps and saw that the dog got into the box and was like, "Oh fuck!" And his wife was like, "What? What's wrong?" He's like, "Nothing." And the dog was sitting there like.
Did Matt try them yet?
I don't think Matt had it.
Because the first thing that came to my mind
His
was
dog
like,
ate
we
them.
got to get these to Butterly.
Yeah.
Because Butterly's a, a
Oh my
connoisseur.
God. Dude, I mean, we had a conversation on the phone while we were still on them. We're like, just burn those. Or maybe in the
Oh
morning.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
just
like, put those in the turlet, bro.
The
Send those to hell.
whole time.
Those things suck.
The whole time I started worrying because you're so emotionally available beyond belief where I kept going, we have to call Norman. We have to ask where Shane is. We
Dude,
have to-
that's what bothered me the
everyone-
most. So once they hit me, I was like, oh fuck, Norman is dead. Because
Yeah.
Mark doesn't do drugs like
Right,
that.
right.
So I was like, Norman's fucked. So I went and found Mark, and he was like, I didn't take him.
Yeah.
Put him in my pocket. I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you
Good thing.
dodged a bullet.
Yeah, imagine that being your first mushroom trip.
Because I am dying right
Dude.
now.
We get to the hotel. and
Well,
then-
also, the whole time that when we're in the hotel, this is when he starts wanting to call people. And I'm like, dude,
no phone.
get off your phone, man.
How cool did the phone look, though? Do you remember
phone
that?
couldn't
It
even
was
do it.
3D.
Yes.
It was 3D.
Couldn't
Yes,
do it.
the apps looked
couldn't
different.
The apps were 3D, bro.
And like, oh my God.
I couldn't even text
The
anyone.
text looked different.
That's why I kept calling.
I was
Call-
glad
call
you
him,
guys.
like-
I did need your guys' phone call. I
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, that was on the way down.
Yeah.
So for 2 hours, Chris and I talk about platoon leader.
No, the
He
first phone call with Shane was before I fully
Yeah,
launched.
he took a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took a turn. I got in the lead.
Chris called me to be like, everything's all right. Everything is okay. This is great. We're having a good time. I was just like,
Dude.
all right,
We were
I love
doing-
you, dude. I'll see you. And he didn't say it back. So I called back a minute later. I was like, say it back, dickhead.
And I was like, I love you so much, dude. I love
I
you
know.
so much. I gotta get off the phone.
Yeah.
He hits his he peaks way later, and he's rustling in the bed.
Well, we had a couple
He's trying to
interactions
fall asleep.
before I start really slipping. I was like, Tommy, drink some water. And I gave you a bottle of water. And you're like, with your fucking dirty lips all over it? And I was like, all right, dude. And I found him a fresh bottle and
just tripping with a wop. It's so funny. He's like, yeah, right, with your fucking dirty lips.
Dude.
You're sitting there just like, dude, you got to do it.
you have to drink water.
Drink water. Yeah, I ain't getting no fucking queer germs.
Oh my God! Can we change the name of this podcast to Trippin' with a Wop?
Tripping with wop, dude. Tripping with Tommy is so funny.
At one point after this whole project, I
I know
finally...
you're up to something with those two fat guys. I know something shady's going on here.
Dude. And then after the thing, he He goes, they're going, what was the thing? It was like, well, I forgot about it already, but I didn't.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable you said that.
The door shuts. I swear to God, this is very embarrassing. Chris is meandering around the hotel. He's like fucking grabbing his hair. He sits down on the bed, and I'm still standing, staring at him, going like, what am I missing here? I'm still trying to piece the puzzle together, going, this is all wrong.
Two fat guys happened to walk by.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, two totally different fat guys.
Oh, was it?
No,
yeah. The first
By
set
the
of
way,
fat guys
had to be the same dude.
Yeah.
Skankfest is fat
All
dudes
fat
walking
guys.
around.
Yeah. True.
It's a bunch of Agent Smiths. They transform every time. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good joke. Come on.
Yeah, it was. That was
There you
good. Dude, we had another one where he's thinking this is a trap. I can't believe he is not so happy that I pulled this off. He goes, yo man, I think I might go back out. And I was like,
well, because he kept scurrying in the sheets.
no, this was before I even got into bed. This is when I was just like sitting on the bed. You were like, I think I'm going back out. And I was like, all right, man, like if you need to do that, you do that. I can't go with you. And you were like, all right. And you went into the bathroom.
No, I put
you went into the bathroom.
Oh, you probably saw a mirror.
You put himself
Exactly what I
together.
did.
You probably saw a mirror
exactly
and
what
were
I
just
did.
like, I'm
I
going
tried
back
to look at myself
to
and go,
bed.
I'm going to go back in the living room.
Dude. Yeah. And then you made an absolute
Chris goes
mess
like
of the
this.
bathroom.
I
walked into the bathroom and you go, look what you fucking did.
Yo, Chris's shift. We're so hard.
All of this, I'm just like, I can't engage in this.
yeah,
Otherwise, we're both going to be
We're
totally
We're
fucked.
sitting on the edge of the bed looking at each other. There's two double beds. And we just kept going. This has to end soon. It just has to end soon. And I looked at him and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do. You're like, when a high is so bad, you're like, I want it to end.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I was.
So I get up and I start rolling around the carpet like a fucking like a
Oh, yeah, we walked
like
together
a-
in circles.
yeah, in circles.
Oh my god.
Yes, dude. Yeah. And then finally, this is where he takes a turn. He lays down.
That was the compromise.
And then tries to fall. He pulls the cover. And I'm sitting on the edge of the bed going, where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah.
He's trying to calm the fuck down. I'm like, get up.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to listen to music or do something. This is like, we're not even at
Talk
this
to
yet.
me. Start talking.
Yeah,
Oh
do something.
god, dude, thank God. I mean, don't get me wrong. I went through a personal hell.
Yeah.
I laid there and stared at the ceiling in my hotel. My hotel had a abstract painting on the wall.
Ugh.
That dude, I was just like,
Yeah. We said this. We said our
We laid
the
in bed and
hotel-
looked at a lamp.
The hotel room was almost built for a trip house. Like visually, it had all the things that.
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
If you're just gonna fucking space out
Yeah.
on your own, this is kind of ideal.
that was nice. Except I tried to watch TV.
Dude.
That was the only thing that fucked
I
me.
did too. He made
Dude,
me
I
shut
put
it off.
on and it was direct TV.
He's like, trust me, you don't want to watch.
Dude,
this.
it was direct TV, so there's 9,000 channels,
Yeah.
and guide wouldn't work. So I just had to hit up on the channel to try to go somewhere. I ended up on Somalian local news.
Oh, my
it-
God.
Fucked me up so bad. They were like, this is the one true free speech network in all of Somalia. And I was just like, whoa. Dude, this is real free speech. Like, these guys are getting their fucking heads chopped. They're like, we're recording the local news from a secret bunker.
Compound
If
Somalia.
they find it, yeah, dude, it's real. It was them, dude.
Oh, my God. Dude,
Yeah, then he finally just lays down and starts flipping around. I
well,
was
you
like,
turned the TV on, and I was like, you don't turn the TV on. I don't think you're gonna like it. And you turned the TV on, and there was some commercial, and I don't know if this is a real commercial or where you just. But there was literally we just heard one line, and it was just like, I don't know if mommy sucks or she's just the internet. And then her face went all digital, and we were like, Tommy immediately turned the TV
Yeah.
and we were like, all right. And I was like, I told you, don't
Yeah, the
turn that
television was
fucking
terrible.
thing
I
on.
was like, oh, Rick and Morty's on. I put that on. I was like, what kind of fucking dumb motherfucker likes this shit? Fuck this. And then I was thinking about the writers that made this. I was like, they think they're smart. And I was like, I hated Rick and Morty. And then I fell asleep, which was great.
I couldn't believe
I
that.
fell asleep
yeah.
for like a half hour, and then Chris called again.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing? And that was when it broke.
Yeah.
Just one nap, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I'll never forget.
thank
when it broke.
God I'm okay.
Even when it broke, I remember looking at stuff. You know how that's your test, right? To see how high you are. You look at a curtain, and if the curtain is flowing,
Yeah, it was still there.
there's
It was
no
still
wind.
there. It was still
there.
It was
The
still
high
visually
was so bad.
Yeah.
That at the end of the night is where that was our goal. was just to have that.
Yeah, just to have everything you see move. It's like, all right, that's still that's okay.
Yeah, it looked insane, but you could still make sense of it.
Did you bring him home?
Yeah, I still have
him.
Again.
Not
no,
tonight.
Never.
No.
Never.
Just one more time.
I'm not doing that.
All three of us will do half of it.
I'll do it. I'll do it
you
in
will.
a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, you will, dude.
I'll do that.
There's enough left to go.
A year.
Dude,
yeah.
Matt's dog munched that.
How much did he eat?
I think the dog munched a lot of that.
Dude.
Well, if you take away all of the...
we were talking about it in the car, and I think it was either Gardini or Noah was like, your dog saw color. He munched that, was like, holy shit. We got to go to the dog park.
Dude, that was me pissing in the construction site.
Holy shit, this is incredible. He took, it's so funny, Matt, at like 11 p.m. took his dog to the dog park. The dog was like, just sprinting around. Like,
dude, I wonder how long it lasted for the dog.
I mean, his dog, Matt's dog has, it's a pit bull that gets into everything.
Yeah.
So Matt's always, he's concocting shit. He's making like weed gummies. Every once in a while, a full batch of weed gummies will fall victim to a pit bull. That's just, and I'll be like, who the fuck's my weed? I'll turn around and the dog's in the corner like, oh shit, dude, Jackson ate the pot.
Imagine being another dog and meeting like a druggy pit bull in a dog park. Like, this dude is fucked up.
Fucked up. But that was interesting to hear Matt talk about how like, the mushrooms, the dog did well on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's like, there's got to be a limit.
If a dog hallucinated, it would be violent.
Yeah.
Like it would start fighting.
Yeah, it would be like Tommy with the
Tommy's a pit bull.
You know what?
You're a pit bull, dude.
Well, also, they don't...
You're a fucking pit bull, dude.
I know.
Fucking fat guys coming around. I'm going to fuck them up.
I wish you were there. It was so strange.
I'm so glad I wasn't there.
Dude. We followed these guys for a mile. And I'm like, there's no reason we should be following these two fat guys. We could take any different turn. And I know, and I couldn't look at my phone. I tried to look up the hotel, and it was just mayhem. And I'm like, well, I got to trust the platoon leader again.
Dude, yeah. I was panicking.
You did take control, though.
He did.
The phone call you had with...
I've taken too many mushrooms in a situation like that before and known... You just got to get home.
Cullen went back into the mix.
That was crazy. I can't.
But he said he didn't last long.
Shane was in the shit for a while. He was in the green room for a while.
Forever.
And that's with your boys, right?
No, but I was getting...
Did you go in the...
I was taking pictures. There's so many pictures of me, like...
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Like crazy photos.
Yes, dude. Yes.
And, I was... But every time I tried to leave, somebody would stop me.
Yeah,
like exactly. From the green room to the front door, it took a half hour, easily.
I remember Butterly telling me about acid. He's like, "We're gonna take acid. You want to take acid?" I'm like, The connotation of the word in my past, I was like, "That's crazy." Yeah. He's like, "Dude, it's so much better than mushrooms. So much better."
I think it is.
We took it 2 days later, and I was like, "This is all I wanted. Little head games. You can hang out with your boys, laugh the whole fucking time."
Yeah.
It was me, Foley, Cannon.
Oh, that's great.
Sagalow.
It was a good
Feeney.
group, yeah.
Oh, it was so fucking fun, dude.
Sagalow.
Sagalow.
Acid's the shit.
Sagalow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was, it did rule, though.
Oh, it was
But
amazing.
when I was like, again, the reason I took those mushrooms, it was like, all right, we'll take it easy tonight.
Yeah.
I was nice, easy night. Easily the wildest night.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's how we
Without a
started
doubt.
this before you walked in.
Oh, my
We were
God.
like, this is a perfect amount.
Yeah, we were just like, this is just going to be something that's happening in the background while I like have a few beers and enjoy myself. Yeah.
Nope. That thing was front and center, dude.
Yeah. We're going to do it again.
I don't know, man.
I didn't. We're definitely going to do drugs.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely take mushrooms
those.
again.
We have the batch.
Just
we got to stamp.
Yeah, one night of whiskeys and it's going to be gone. Yeah.
No, we'll do a little bonfire out back, just us three. We'll take half of what we did, and then we'll go for one loop around the block. And if two fat guys show up, we know
it's going to be hell to pay. You're going to see two fat guys. There's no question.
You are going to hallucinate. You'll probably just see me double standing in the kitchen. They're here. You might be Uncle June, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're Uncle June.
Just
I'm Tony.
Just taking my Oculus off, like, oh my God.
Dude.
Right.
He's on a fucking couch.
Did you order these two fatties?
Oh shit! I gotta go let my lady in.
Yeah, I think we're pretty
good.
much
Yeah, we're good.
Unless
All right.
you want to stick around for a Patreon episode?
No.
We already did 2 hours.
All right. Goodbye.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Oh, did we?
You've been here.